Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to the Building on Better Awards 2020, or as they've affectionately become known, the Bobs. I am David Mead and it is great to be back hosting this event once more as a little slice of familiarity and normality for you all in what has been an anything but normal year. I'm probably stating the obvious when I point out that we're not in a 5-star hotel in London, or at least I'm certainly not. It's not May, and we're not all dressed up to the nines. As everyone knows, the minor inconvenience of a global pandemic has put pay to most of the fun things that we had planned for this year. But I'm sure you'll all agree that missing out on the opportunity to celebrate with your colleagues is a huge disappointment. John and the team really wanted to ensure that this year's winners were recognised though, so tonight the Bobs are going 100% virtual. In the next 45 minutes we're going to hear from all our award winners and find out who has won the LCO of the Year award as usual, but it is safe to say that it's a bit different than previous years. I highly doubt that you are all sat in your black tie attire at home, and I'm actually joining you from my home right here in Northern Ireland, but look on the bright side, it's much more comfortable. You can pick who you're sat next to, and you can relax knowing that I cannot pick on you or read your mind from 300 miles away. COVID-19 may have prevented us from enjoying a slap-up meal and drinks in person, but the great thing about hosting the awards this way means that everyone from Willmott Dixon can join, rather than just those who have been nominated for an award. It seems particularly fitting this year when, let's face it, everyone deserves an award for getting through the likes of steamed up glasses thanks to face masks, homeschooling and endless team calls spent shouting "you're on mute" at your colleagues. In all seriousness, John has been telling me about the epic efforts that Willmott Dixon have gone to in 2020 to make sure you keep delivering projects successfully, and my hat comes off to you all, as everyone has clearly played their part in this extraordinary effort. You have all achieved some truly incredible things. But we're here today to celebrate the best of the best in your business, the people who sum up what's great about Willmott Dixon, and above all, the people who are really embracing what it means to build on better. So pour yourself a drink, open up a Teams chat with your colleagues, and put your phone on silence, because I'm delighted to now share with you all Bob the Movie.
Why did we launch the Bobs? It was mainly to do with getting people around the idea of the business being very different, around recognising our achievements as a business, putting what we do on a national scale rather than a local scale, telling people we really cared about what we deliver as a business and what we deliver as human beings is really important. And it's too important just to let it go by year in, year out, without stopping to go, this matters, this means something, let's just celebrate it, let's just see some of the amazing things that our people do.
Who is ready for some awards, Willmott Dixon? Let's hear it for all of our nominees and finalists.
I think sometimes construction companies get carried away with it just being about building brick on brick, and the glory may be in the people that build the jobs, but there's a huge backroom group of people. There's huge teams that are involved in construction well before we even get to the build stage. None of construction is possible until those people have done their work. So we said that we wanted to recognise everybody for the part that they play in our success. And that is what Building on Better Awards are all about. Because we launched Building on Better over a period of 6 to 9 months, the first year was very small. We were celebrating Building on Better a year on. We invited some people that we'd shared the journey with, particularly James Kerr, who's the author of Legacy, which is how our story began. So the only award that we had in the first year was what we now know as the Sonny Bill Williams Award, so the award for outstanding behaviour in exceptional circumstances. Yeah, I'll always remember the winner, our first winner of that award, who was Chris Yates.
How did it feel? Just incredibly emotional, really. You're in a room with 300 of your colleagues and friends and peers, really, really proud, but yeah, tinged with sadness as well.
So the embodiment of the Sonny Bill Williams Award comes from Sonny Bill Williams and what he did in the April 2015 World Cup final. If you can imagine a player at the top of his game that's won a gold medal, won a trophy for the second year, the only thing he's thinking about, or many normal people would be thinking about, was, I've just won something great. A young lad ran on the pitch, not with any ill intention, but just because he was excited, was taken out by the security team. And Sonny Bill Williams saw that, and instead of thinking about his glory and his medal and his winning, he just kind of immediately saw that he had a responsibility to change the course of history. He got involved and said, how can I help you, kind of thing. And to top it all, he gave him his medal, so it changed the memory in that young lad. That's why that moment was so significant, and that's what inspired the Sonny Bill Williams Award, and that's why it's called the Award for Outstanding Behaviour in Exceptional Circumstances. So in our first year, I was delighted to read Chris Yates' story. And Chris is an amazing leader. He inspires his team to go above and beyond. But what Chris did was something incredible. Sadly, one of the team members, a guy called Nigel Colleen, fell very ill very suddenly and died on site. But what Chris did was just show immense qualities of leadership to deal with that situation, but to take his team beyond that event.
I think anyone in the circumstance would have done what I did. It's not an individual award in any way, shape or form, it's a team award.
This is our award for outstanding behaviour in exceptional circumstances. To win this award, you have to do something very different. And I think that's why you've won today, because of your passion for diversity and inclusion, the way you've engaged with building equality, how you're driving changes and attitudes in the construction industry with diversity and inclusion, how you spearheaded the involvement in the North with the tea events, how you've driven the business to follow Pride in Manchester, Doncaster and Bolton. And all of those things, I think, have made this award very, very deserved for you. So just huge congratulations.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you so much. It's an absolute honour. It takes the team to make the dream work, and we are one team. It's amazing. I never thought that I would get an award for it. Like you say, you just do it because it's the right thing to do, and that kind of exposure means that somebody who, like me, entering the construction sector 5 years ago, had that moment of, am I going to be accepted here? Am I going to be able to get along? Am I going to be able to succeed? And looking back, the answer to that question is absolutely. I would hate for somebody to think that construction is not a viable sector to them because of who they are. Over the moon, overwhelmed. Thank you so much.
I won, first of all, a Making a Difference award, and then I won the coveted award for exceptional behaviour in exceptional circumstances. When I heard that we had won a social housing project with Gateshead Council, I kind of jumped at the chance because I'd been an RLO before in the past, and it was really about helping these people who were living in fuel poverty, putting in new radiators, a full wet system and new windows. I mean, obviously we had a lot of mental health guys living in these blocks of flats, lots of drug abuse. Some of them just really needed a helping hand throughout the whole process. There was one lady who didn't have anything at all, like no furniture whatsoever. So we arranged for carpets, some sofas, to get the flat decorated, just so that she could live just a normal life, really. And it was really challenging at times, but as a team we worked through it, and obviously we met quite a few characters along the way, which we still keep in touch with now.
We won the best project 2018 for Willmott House, Cardiff. It's really good quality. The customer couldn't afford to have any defects after we handed over, so we made sure that the programme was right from the start. What I did was I actually introduced everybody who worked on the project to exactly what Willmott House was about. It was probably the best project I ever worked on.
I won it for doing something that I would say is just part of my everyday role at Willmott Dixon, but I helped one of my colleagues that was going through a mental health episode at the time. But it was nice to have the recognition that we're there to support people, and so other people could hear the story, and off the back of it we did a whole case study about Gary's story and how people could look out for the signs of people that were suffering through mental health and how they could help them.
When we came to look at how we would choose Project of the Year, it had to have an exceptionally high customer satisfaction score. It had to be defect-free. It had to be to demonstrate collaboration with our supply chain. It had to embody a fully collaborative team from start to finish. The first Project of the Year went to the Met Office, which was delivered by our Wales and the West office in the so-called sort of gateway of Exeter. It demonstrated some of the first examples of BIM Level 2. It was seriously complex building. The customer satisfaction was through the roof, and remains as probably one of the most amazing looking buildings we've ever built.
So Mark, what I have for you here is the Building on Better Award for the Project of the Year for Dudley House. So congratulations. It's the tallest building Willmott Dixon have ever done. You had a lot of challenges. You had the A40 going next to you. You're in the middle of Paddington. I heard a phrase that said, it was like running a mini LCO with like 350, 400 people on site. And for all those reasons, I think you could have won it anyway. But I think there were things that were really stand out. When Grenfell happened, you said, we're not going to make that mistake on this building. And you completely redesigned it to make sure that it was safe. It didn't cost our customer a penny, but it probably cost you and your team a lot of effort and work to get that done. That was extraordinary. I believe £1.5 million worth of social value added to that community. I love the story about the two boys that you took from the community whose homes were knocked down to make way for the development, and you involved them in the process. Overall, incredible levels of quality. I believe you just got the Making Good Defect certificate, which is in record time for such a huge project. It was profitable, and you've won more work with that customer. So really extraordinary, and congratulations. Well done, Mark, and well done to all the team.
Well, John, it's a fantastic surprise. The ethos was set from the outset, and it wasn't just about Willmott Dixon. The Dudley team ethos was from the customer through consultants, employers, agents, and the supply chain. So let's set the theme really, John, all the way through. If I'm honest with you, all of us from pre-construction to aftercare will be really pleased with the accolade this brings, the importance for us to be recognised within the group. So thank you.
So this is the Building on Better Award for the Team of the Year, which I'd like you to accept on behalf of the Wimbledon bid team. Wimbledon was such a key bid for us, to win a bid against all the competition. It's such an incredible one team collaborative unit that just went out to really astonish that customer and win that project. And the fact that you did is really outstanding. Probably one of the biggest projects that we've ever undertaken. It will put the business in a very different light because of it. So congratulations, you absolutely deserve this, and well done, and thank you for all your hard work.
The Wimbledon bid team was like a really special group of people. It was like very natural, and it did feel sort of effortless in the way that everyone did come together.
When I first heard about being nominated, it was brilliant. I won the Customer Care Award, I thought it was 2018. Basically, I worked on a job called a Cardinal Pole, and it was an extension to the school itself. Not only did we deliver it on time, we delivered it on budget. And fundamentally, we engaged with the school kids. We set up walkarounds for them to review what their new library was going to look like. The customer was overwhelmed. I think at first he thought that was another building company who probably weren't going to engage with what they had to do and take on their responsibilities. But me being me and Willmott Dixon being Willmott Dixon, we embraced all the challenges. We still keep in touch, funny enough. He drops me a text at Christmas.
I won the Eureka Award. It was for introducing the Exovest into the business. It was a new technology for taking repetitive strain off operatives. It was the first it had been done in the construction industry. So it was a real achievement for us. It took off more than we could ever have imagined. Got really good press attention, recognised across the industry, and to get an award for it and to be acknowledged was sort of an added bonus, really.
Darren, it really gives me great pleasure to announce that you are our Quality Hero of the Year.
Really?
I've taken some quotes out of the piece that your team did for us. Genuine cultural architect who's leading a quality revolution.
Wow.
And that's a great quote. Driving force behind the North's pursuit of the perfect product. You had 4 times more nominations for the Quality Hero of the Year award than any other. And your commitment and passion is evident by all that come in contact with you. You're sponsoring great design in pre-construction.
Yeah.
You're creating a great culture of great design management across the LCO, a sense of community and design management, sharing knowledge, influencing the design consortium to come on our journey, and obviously helping on that enormously successful flagship project, which is Manchester College City Campus, which is now up and running. So, listen, congratulations.
Wow. Well, it's amazing to hear that, John. Yeah, I'm really, really flattered and humbled by people say nice things about me. It really means a lot to get that recognition from your colleagues, and obviously to receive an award like this. Wow, I'm flabbergasted. Obviously, it's not just down to me, is it? Something like this, there's a lot of hard work and a lot of collaboration with the people up in the northern region that help you achieve these sorts of things.
Darren, sorry to surprise you. I have an award for you.
Oh, wow, look at that.
So this is the Building on Better Award for Customer Hero of the Year. I'm going to read a quote. Despite working on a project that at times has been difficult, Darren has remained focused and determined to continuously meet the needs of the customer and has always done this with patience and grace. It's really to do with what you've done at Grinnell.
Yep.
A project that's been going on for, 4 years? 18 cost plans, gone from 36 million to 105 million, completely different scheme. And I think everybody loved the story of that patience, that endurance, that humility, trusted advisor for the team, but also for the customer.
There's a challenge ahead, but we've got multiple levels of customer on there, and there's an expectation from everybody. It's a landmark project, not only for us, for Holdings, as well as for Ealing, and they're not going to develop many 50-metre pools and give themselves 200 or so homes for people in the borough.
I'd like to particularly welcome some of our customers, our supply chain and design consortium here tonight. It's time to continue to properly embrace our one team ethos and share some of our success with more of those that helped make it possible.
What Building on Better was always trying to acknowledge was that we can't deliver extraordinary buildings on our own. It needs to harness the skill of all the people that contribute this year we are launching the Goods Partners Award. And we launched a concept of mandated suppliers, which we've now changed that language to strategic goods partners. But basically the recognition of that is that we take responsibility for everything that goes in a building. Everything we put in needs to be of the appropriate quality. We work really hard to choose our goods partners to make sure that their quality is good, that they're collaborative as a business, that they meet a certain value or cost envelope, that they'll support us in design. So that's why it's really important that we partner with good suppliers, because they're part of that story.
And the winner of Works Partner of the Year is Southern Industrial Roofing.
Cool. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
I must tell you the reasons why you won, because you were nominated by our Central South region. Firstly, they said that collaboration sets your business apart. You always engage with us at the earliest opportunity, and we believe that this brings real value to our customer. And throughout the project, you continue to work with us through every stage, and you always provide consistent support and advice. And I'd just like to say, from a personal point of view, I think you winning this award is fantastic, that after all these years, you've probably got the recognition that you deserve. So congratulations, Guy.
Thank you very much. It's an honour to win it. The one thing that we want to do is obviously give you value for money as a company. No, it's a great pleasure to win any award. And this one's obviously probably one of the nicer ones that you can win. So yeah, thank you very much.
And the winner of Design Partner of the Year is Saunders Boston.
Wow, that's very much unexpected. Thank you very much. I mean, big thank you to all of my team at SBA, and equally a big thank you to all of the guys at Willmott Dixon and the wider consortium for whoever voted for us. Thank you very much.
Some of the feedback that I got, and the reason that you've won this award, is that you've brought 2 projects to Willmott Dixon, and namely Grange Paddocks, which is a leisure centre around £20 million, which I believe is currently on site. You're currently working on Gurnell Leisure Centre in pre-construction, which is the largest single phase project delivered by the London and East Office. You're also instrumental in creating and developing the Design Consortium Board, which looks at design and collaboration improvements. You supported the Design Consortium website for the London and East, and again, that's a platform that has been developed for all of our design partners to again improve engagement and collaboration. And the thing that kept on coming out from our people from London and the East, is that they use you as the example of what they would like our design partners to be like. I think that statement alone just says so much. So again, congratulations and thanks so much for everything that you've done for us. The winner of Goods Partner of the Year goes to ICO.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you. Oh.
It's been said that you've adapted your business to align to Willmott Dixon. We very much feel that ICO is very much part of the Willmott Dixon family, and we feel that, we complement one another's business. Your engagement with our works partners have been absolutely fantastic, and we know that's not always easy. You've got dedicated people employed solely to look after Willmott Dixon, which makes a huge difference. You deliver real value to our customers. That did come up quite a few times, and that's really important to us because, as you know, that's a big part of why we have mandated agreements. And I'm especially pleased on a personal level that you've won the award, because I know the journey that you've been on with us over the years. It has been blood, sweat and tears at times, but I think the achievements that you've made has all been because of this relationship and because of your hard work. So congratulations, you've made a huge impact, and I'm glad it's been acknowledged. So well done, and thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're right, it has been a journey, but we have actually quite loved it. We've learned so much. We understand your business now, and we're able to adapt ours, to work alongside you and support you, and it's made us better because of it,
Being alongside not just yourselves but the works partners as well, and being part of that and offering that support, it's brilliant.
I really appreciate everything you've done for our business, and congratulations, it's well deserved.
This is the award we won in 2018, which is the national supply chain award. I would say we didn't necessarily go out of our way to win awards. We just built up that relationship on performance and quality and service, and it was great to be recognised. I guess one of the things which actually makes them an ideal partner for ourselves is the values that we both share, and also the why. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. I guess it's just cemented our relationship. So all the hard work of the team, and it is the team, it's the individuals that are working across every project level, and it's their hard work which has earned us this award, and it's great to have that recognised.
Yeah, it was the National Quality Hero of the Year award. It was a bit of a surprise. I was pleased to be recognised for the hard work that I put in, me and the teams.
Well, I wasn't actually there. Somebody had to accept it on my behalf, but I was getting the telephone calls and the texts, but I really couldn't believe it. I was absolutely humbled more than anything, but I didn't even have any inkling of any of it. I really just thought I was just doing the job that I was asked to do. I keep saying this one team thing because it wasn't just me that won the award as far as I'm concerned. It was all of us on that scheme because everybody got involved, and I just think we've made differences to people's lives, and it means a lot.
One of the things that we felt was absolutely necessary was the award had to be something that somebody was prepared to have on their mantelpiece. Pablo is a local metalworker and artist in the Hitchin area, and he came up with the first few designs. So the first design was the Sonny Bill Williams award, which is the spirals. And that was very much born from the concept of the All Blacks, of the Maoris, of our souls growing from the ground up and intertwining with all the forces of life and our communities. The awards for Team, Quality Hero and Customer Hero are inspired actually by my son. My son, Ludo, has been high diving since he was 4 years old. And the thing that I notice when I watch him is that there's a point at which they have to be committed to what they're about to do, and there's a point of no return. I felt that if we transfer that to our people, in order to achieve great things, you have to be committed. And there are points at which you have to be brave, you have to be courageous, you have to commit to what you're trying to achieve. Pablo translated that into the award by making the award slightly tilting. And what he added was arms coming round, which is a symbol of togetherness, of committing to a purpose, of embracing an issue or a problem. So when we spoke about the team award, it needed to represent the fact that teams are made of individuals and we all contribute different things to a team. Pablo took that away and came up with a pebble to represent the fact that there is probably no one pebble that is alike. The pebbles that he makes are equally unique. So each team member receives a single pebble, and the award itself is a stack of pebbles. And that's further representation of a really successful team is one that is not only balanced but perfectly poised and working together to create a whole thing.
For anyone that wins a Bob Award, be it this year or any year, enjoy the moments. It's recognition of the great work that you've done. Take pride in that.
Really enjoy the moment, you know. It felt really good. It felt like you've achieved something a little bit extra.
Your peers, your LCO, your managers, your directors have all recognised something in you, and something really truly exceptional has to happen for you to win it, and just be, you know, very proud of the fact that you've managed to achieve it.
For those that have won the LCO of the Year award so far, they've demonstrated how they've inspired most of their business to get on board with what Building on Better represents. Amazing customer focus, a completely engaged team, delivering some extraordinary projects, serving their communities, as well as all the business metrics that are important: size, growth, profits. It's all important.
I think the Bobs are important because it celebrates what people in business are doing. If they're stepping beyond and putting in that little extra effort, or doing something that stands out, I think it means a lot that the business recognises it and they celebrate it.
I think the Bobs are really important. Firstly, because we celebrate them at a local level, and it gives us an opportunity to really share some of the great work that our people do. And then at a national level, to be able to share amongst other people. And when you go to the Bob Awards, there's hundreds of people in that room, and they're all there because they've done something positive for the business. It makes you feel glad that you work for the company, but it also kind of gives you a buzz in terms of what more you could do as well, so it spurs you on.
People like myself, I would never put myself up for an award. It means much more for me from my peers who say, hang on, this guy's done a good job and he deserves an award. So for me, that's a plus.
The fact that the business sort of really picks up on these things and seems to really want to push new ideas, it just sort of encourages you to do more. And it's nice to know you've got the backing of Willmott Dixon.
Thanks for taking part. Thanks for being engaged. Thanks for being so warm and welcoming.
At the heart of Building on Better, it's trying to acknowledge that it isn't just about work. It isn't just about putting one brick on top of the other. It's about the extraordinary things that human beings are capable of doing. It's driven to inspire people to achieve amazing things because it feels great. And the awards is part of that story. It's part of acknowledging the great work that our people do, and it's recognising them for doing it. It's putting them on a national scale. It's putting it in the spotlight. It's saying that all the great stuff that we can achieve is not only brilliant for those that we achieve it for, but it's great for us too. It's something we should rejoice in. It's something that we should feel. It's something we should love doing. Work can't just be a two-dimensional thing of turning up and doing and going. It has to be about getting emotionally involved in the purpose that we have, and then the want to engage in a different way in business.
Well, after all of that, I think we should be at the BAFTAs, never mind the Bobs. You were all absolute naturals, so thank you so much for taking the time to be so giving in the preparation for this event. It was amazing to hear not only from John, but also from some of our current and our past winners. Incredible to see their extraordinary journey and the impact that they continue to have across the organisation. I think it's one of those rare things that in extraordinary times like these that we get to do that, frankly, we simply would never have had the opportunity to do if we were all meeting in person in a 5-star hotel. Now, don't worry, we will get back to that new normal eventually. But today and tonight is all about celebrating great and extraordinary performance all across the business. One thing that will never change is the excitement that surrounds the LCO of the Year Awards. And I know from past experience how seriously you all take it. I have been in the room and sensed not only the good wishes, but the visceral bitterness that there is around the room as people try to see who will be the winner. You all try to predict and see who will rise to the top. But extraordinary performance always does. Now, thankfully, it is a little bit harder for you this year to wind up your colleagues inside and across the room when you are all socially distanced. But I know that you are all joining in on your Microsoft Teams groups. So I'd ask for you to be as kind as you possibly can inside the live chat. Now, it's kind of hard to give out an award virtually or even build much sense of excitement or anticipation when you're not allowed inside the same room. But this year, in our virtual award ceremony, we are going to be joined by not only Rick Willmott and John Waterman, but also all of our MDs on our virtual stage. So MDs, give us a big wave. Let's see it for you. Look how pleased they are. Look at their little faces. It's like a birthday party. I can tell they're genuinely excited to be here. Now, in case anyone is wondering, no, the MDs haven't started their Christmas wrapping yet. You can see that they've all got a nice little package box on display there. Every single MD has been sent a mystery box with its strict instructions to make sure that they don't open it, they don't shake it, they don't x-ray it, they don't prod it or poke it. Otherwise, they must not. That will be breaking the rules. It is exciting because each box looks and weighs exactly and precisely the same, but only one of the boxes contains the coveted LCO of the Year prize in it. Now, in a few moments, we're going to be asking all of the MDs to open their boxes at the same time. So it's going to be a little bit like Pass the Parcel, but on Zoom, to see who will be the region that will be crowned LCO of the Year. But first, I'm delighted to hand over to Rick, who's going to tell us a little bit more about this year's winner. So Rick, it's over to you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much, David. As ever, it's a pleasure to spend the time, and I mean quite a lot of time, reading through the submissions from the LCOs. And I've been doing this for John for 2 or 3 years now. And this year, in fact, 2019, must remember this is 2019 awards, was particularly special. It's always a fantastic reminder of the depth of all the brilliant people we have in the business and the exceptional work that you've completed for our customers, often going way beyond their expectations. I have to say, looking back at 2019 is somewhat unnerving to a pre-COVID year where we all went about our business and our livelihoods in a completely unhindered way, something that we've all forgotten would be the wrong word, but I guess we're all anticipating and hoping that soon in 2021 we will be back at that position again once we've all had our dose of Pfizer-BioNTech, I think is the expression. I'm looking forward to that. We've christened it Fizzy Beyonce in our household, and I'm very much looking forward to getting my jab later or probably early in the new year. Anyway, back to this evening and turning to the LCOs. It's been a massively difficult decision to pick out the winner this year, because I could genuinely and honestly say that we could pitch any one of your organisations against our peers and our competitors in the marketplace, and any one of you would win against the competition. I'm absolutely certain of that. So this is the highest level, I think, in the industry of organisational performance, and it's an absolute delight to be a part of it again. But of course, I also have to consider the irregularities that have come to my attention during the course of the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's a little bit like the US election, where third-party intervention sometimes means that the decision is taken in the wrong way. And what do I mean by that? Well, during the course of about probably the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've received letters from customers from about 3 of the LCOs, letters that are extensive in their praise for individuals, for projects, how well the company's performed, the quality of the project delivered, what a humorous bunch we are, your site team, Rick, my goodness, they couldn't have gone any further. And I thought, am I being hoodwinked here, or is this just a pure coincidence? Well, I'm pleased to say that I'd already taken my decision when those letters came in. So it was a good effort, chaps. I think you all know who you are. It was a good effort, and I'm not going to say any more about it because I had already made my decision. So what are the standout points that have led to the choice of the LCO of the year for 2019? Well, for me, business is about promoting an emotional connection, a true sense of purpose, to deliver successful outcomes for our customers and for the benefit of everybody involved in the organisation, be that within the company or without the company. So that's a really important feature for me. And the LCO of the year this year has demonstrated the greatest shift towards the goal of delivering an empowered mission in support of John's Building on Better strategy. It's demonstrated that through the actions of its leader and captured its performance during the year, not only in the presentation document that I've looked through, but in the supporting video, but also in the corporate metrics that I see every day of the week, every month of the year. This LCO has one of the highest, if not the highest, Net Promoter Score, which confirms its ability to deliver successful outcomes for its customers and to benefit from the power of their support and their promotion of our brand to others. The output of happy customers, a happy supply chain, and perhaps most importantly, happy people, as recently confirmed by this year's Pulse survey, generally leads to solid economics. And I can confirm this LCO has had its best year ever in 2019, but one or two of you did. It backed it up through the use of innovation, the delivery of superb quality projects, and a really tangible investment in the communities that is worked in and supported. Finally, I think it can be confirmed that the Building on Better strategy and philosophy is now thoroughly embedded in this LCO. And I'm sure you'll probably all think, well, it still sounds like me. Well, as I said, it's been an incredibly close call, but there can only ever be one winner. And I guess this is the point where those parcels need to be opened. David, is this back to you to launch the opening of the present?
So thank you very much indeed, Rick. It's obvious that our winner has achieved extraordinary things. So without further ado, this is the moment that we have all been waiting for. Let's hope that this works. Everybody go ahead and open your boxes. This is so fun. There's a certain amount of anger and aggression.
I see a bottle of red.
Hey, Anthony.
Yay.
Well done, mate. Well done, Anthony.
Really delighted. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate we've all worked very hard, and I guess there's not much between any of us, but yeah, not to be, Neil, not this year.
I'm glad all my coaching has done well, Anthony. It's come to fruition.
Well, I suspect if it wasn't for your bloody coaching, I'd have won it years ago.
Obviously, huge congratulations to you, Anthony. Rick, tell me a little bit more about Anthony's team and his performance.
Well, I mean, everything that's happened for Anthony over the last 10 or 11 years, because we launched this business. Anthony launched his business back in 2008, and it's been a journey that started really quickly for a business that was essentially a group of people who founded an office and started work. Admittedly, with one or two contracts transferred from Peter and his business, but from a standing start to a business that's turning over 150 to 200 million pounds in 11 years is quite extraordinary. And you can't just create culture. It takes time, and we've had a consistently strong team and a consistently strong performance from Anthony and all of his people, which culminates in an absolutely astounding result in 2019. And as I said earlier, it's brilliant to see an individual like Anthony who is who puts a shift in, as he would say, in every sense, as do his people, being rewarded for all of that input. So it's a wholehearted congratulations from me, and I know at the appropriate time he'll find a moment to celebrate with his wider team, and I know that's going to be in 2021 now, but my God, that's going to be a party.
I suppose the upside, Rick, is I've saved a fortune, because if we were now in a 5-star hotel, we'd have drunk the bloody bar dry.
A huge congratulations to the North Business and, of course, to MD Anthony Dillon, who are this year's much-deserved winners. I hope that Boris in the new year will let you all celebrate with your team. Look, we have heard from our winners, and hopefully you've all enjoyed taking a bit of a break from the day-to-day grind to enjoy a bit of much-needed positivity and celebration across the business. Now, there isn't much more to say except thank you for having me. A big thanks to Rick and John and all of our MDs. Let's see it for you again, MD. attendees, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and be part of this virtual celebration. But of course, congratulations to every single one of the winners that have been recognised this evening. Now, before everyone logs off and gets on with their evening's to-dos, there is one last thing that we want to share with you. Please do make sure that you stay tuned for an end-of-year message to the business from John. But have a great evening. Have an even better Christmas. I hope that you all stay safe. And more importantly, I hope I get to see you all in person at a real live award ceremony next year. But for the time being, from me and from everyone here at the event, Merry Christmas, everyone. Take care, be good, and we'll see you all in person soon.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
2020, a year like no other. The world changed, and we changed with it. We had a stark reminder of what we value and what's important to each and every one of us. Our industry, like many, took a knock, and we've had to struggle with difficult decisions. We've had to change the way we work, both on site, in our offices, and away from them. We've had to rebuild opportunities and pipelines, but we've kept going, embracing the tech that has enabled us to meet regularly, keep in touch, look after our customers and each other. We've faced extraordinary challenges, but have risen to them the best we can. When the press was unkind to us, we stayed strong, put carefully thought out health and safety measures in place, and with the help, bravery and support of our people and supply chain, we kept our sites open. And the feedback from our customers has made it so worth it. Our people went above and beyond by looking outside and helping local communities and the pandemic testing effort. When the economy struggled, we supported our supply chain, and in turn, they supported us. We've embraced our new tech, mastering our digital tools at an accelerated pace, learning to use them effectively, even if it has changed our dress code. We've shared our pets, kids, choice of wallpaper, and we have a new catchphrase. You're on mute! We've homeschooled, tried out longer and shorter hairstyles, made banana bread and swatted up for the Zoom quizzes. Through it all, we've managed to complete many of our projects on time, and we've won more. And to our unsung heroes, thank you. When the world we knew fell still, it was our people, our partners and our customers that brought back the eagerness to get things moving and kept us going. We've adapted and transformed. We've seen leadership, resilience, compassion, consideration and innovation. We've lived up to our values.
And through all this, we are now seeing a new world, a new way of doing things, and where building lives less ordinary is more important than ever. Our purpose is unwavering, and the impact we can have is now even greater. With the dawn of a new year ahead, we look forward to new opportunities, our new normal, a simplified purpose to deliver value to our customers, value to the communities in which we work, and that value our planet. Thank you for playing an extraordinary part in an extraordinary year.